All right, y'all. Look, I was about to do this video a long time ago about Queen Naija and this whole drama going on with her basically letting her baby graduate without telling his biological father, Chris Sales. And along with that, she didn't even tell, allegedly didn't tell her sister or her mother and the rest of her immediate family that her child CJ was graduating from kindergarten, from what I'm seeing. And I wanted to really really talk about it, okay, but things just kept getting crazier and crazier. And now it's like basically Queen Naja's little sister is going on a rampage exposing Queen Naja along with her current boyfriend, Clarence, which is her baby daddy. Who that is, her baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? And throwing things and just throwing out a lot of dirty laundry, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to do a live stream basically going over the stuff that Tina said, but it was so much to unpack. So I'm just going to talk about how this is affecting Queen Naja's brand, and how the things that her sister is saying could potentially lead to the downfall of her brand, and also how this will possibly impact her overall relationship with her current boyfriend Clarence. You know what I'm saying? And is Clarence a user? Is Clarence really, with Queen Naja for the wrong reasons? The wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm gonna say, all right? And I can only go with what's right, you know? And for me, I believe Queen was wrong. Now, if she didn't want to tell her mom and her sister that their nephew was graduating, that's one thing. Not exactly sure what the situation is in their family, which has caused her to stop talking to her own mama that gave birth to her, and her sister. But okay, I just feel like it's very selfish of her to not inform her child's father that his son was graduating from whatever grade school he's in right now, because that's very important for him to know that his father actually cares about him on a special day like that. And from the looks of it, it looks like her son CJ is about, I would say, 6, 7 years old, and those are really important for children. They start to really remember, a lot of things around that age. I know I started to remember a lot of significant things that happened to me from the age of 6 and up. So it's just unfortunate that Queen Naja made the decision to not inform Chris that his son was graduating, which could be very spiteful. Now, a lot of people on the internet is saying, yo, well, Chris Sales, he can't leave out of the state of Texas. Queen Naja in Atlanta, so how could he attend it? We're not talking about him physically being there, but we have a thing called technology, if you guys don't know, where you can literally FaceTime somebody and tell them and show them everything that you're doing. So if Queen knew that whatever the circumstances is with Chris would be him not being able to physically be there for the graduation, she could have gave him a calendar in the beginning of the year for him to be able to at least hold on to. And if he chose to not keep track on it, that could be an excuse. But it's inexcusable to flat out just not inform your child's father that their son is graduating. And he seems to be an active father. It seems that CJ loves his father. It doesn't seem that he is a deadbeat per se. Now, Chris Sales himself, I don't really care for him as a person because I see in the media how he's portrayed, and I see that he's beaten up allegedly on a lot of females that he's been in relationships with, and also certain things that I've seen that he does, just all through the web, all through the internet, just how he lives his life. I'm not a fan of his. I don't care for his music, but I also can go on a spectrum of when you're right, and when you're wrong, you're wrong unbiasedly. And by the way, this is the DJ Jericho podcast where we talk about celebrity news and commentary. So if you like this conversation so far, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I feel like Queen Naja is being bitter. I'm not exactly sure why she's being bitter towards Chris Seals, but it's really coming off to me that her bitterness is really being translated through her current boyfriend. And I feel like her current boyfriend, Clarence, may be the reason why, their relationship, their co-parenting relationship has been in shambles. And I just feel like Queen Naja really needs to just watch her back. I know that this girl is somewhere, probably in the ball, stressed out because not only is her baby father. He only said one thing on the internet, so he didn't really say that much about Queen. He just said, yo, I didn't know that my son was graduating. Queen Naija didn't tell me because a fan had said that to him, like, yo, why didn't you go to your own son's graduation? They called him out, and he said, I didn't even know my own son was graduating. So that's the only thing he said, you know what I'm saying? But, and that's something that he should have said, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. But you also have Queen Naija being attacked by her sister. She's being also, verbally called out by her mother. I wouldn't say that she was being verbally attacked by her mother, not on the internet at least. It looks as if her mother was praying about Queen Naija. But there's certain things that I noticed that, and I had noticed from some receipts, that Clarence is so disrespectful. And it was a post that he put up, okay, about Queen Naija's mom praying about their relationship and praying to get through a situation. And for most of you guys that don't know, Queen Naija's mom is like a true Christian. She's been baptized by the blood of Christ and everything else. So it's just very insulting for Clarence to put up a post basically trying to say, in the post you could see it right there, him saying, oh, now you want to pray, but where were you praying when Queen Naija needed to get away from Chris Seals and stuff like that? When she was in a marriage with him, no matter how young they were married. And clearly Queen Naija is the type of person who goes into isolation when she's in a relationship, and she really shuts her family off. So you don't have any right to even come out your mouth and say that. And the fact that Queen has not come on social media or told Clarence that he has crossed the line with that, it just makes me look at Queen's integrity, and it's making me not be a fan of her anymore. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing I feel like a lot of people should learn to listen from. Because even though I'm sitting here talking this gossip, I'm a person who's a spectator, and I download music and support people just like y'all because I'm a DJ and a podcaster. I have my own media brand, but at the same time, I'm paying attention to what people do, and it's making it so I don't want to buy your music no more because of the stuff that I'm seeing. I can't sit here and want to support a woman who's okay with the person that that she's dealing with, just flat out verbally insulting their mother, and they not do nothing. Like, it's one thing if he's going in on your sister and you don't like your sister. We could clearly see that there is something very wrong with the relationship between Tina and Queen. But the fact that Queen has not verbally stood up and said, no, Clarence may have said this, but I don't agree with him roasting my mother and questioning my mother's faith on YouTube and all the social media, you know what I'm saying? It just makes me wonder, like, what is the deal with that? And it's just not a good look. And it makes me wonder, like, who is Queen Naija really? Who is she really? Is she, it's so crazy how these YouTubers be putting on such a good acting persona and give you this one-dimensional character to make you think that these are good people. But as the shit starts to sell, you know what I'm saying? The shit start coming out, you start seeing that they might not be as good as people that you think. Maybe these aren't the type of people you want to support. You know what I mean? And that's the tragedy of all of it, is the fact that, a lot of celebrities back in the day, they could be awful, terrible people, and you would never freaking know because, for the most part, they didn't put all their business on the internet. You would have to learn about tabloids where you would have to listen to them make allegations and type things up, but you wouldn't know if it was really true. So it's less likely for you to really believe it. But now it's like on social media, it's literally like right there, like the proof is in the pudding, and you got family members that's verbally talking on camera, like Tina just calling Queen Naija out on her nonsense, and calling out Clarence for being a bad well, is he a stepfather? Because they're not actually married, so, or being a bad somebody to her, the child is not his, you know what I'm saying? It's just a mess, and I feel like it's so disrespectful. First of all, I just don't feel like they should be bringing their family business on social media, but if we gonna get real, let's just get real here. From what I've seen, it looks as if Queen Naija puts men over her family, and it's I don't agree with that, especially if you're not married to the man. And just because you done had a kid with a dude, that does not mean he deserves to get the honor and the treatment of a husband when he has not even put a ring on your finger. And it's the reason why he hasn't put a ring on your finger. Men are very direct. So I don't know, maybe he'll propose in the next year or so, but it's just like, what is taking him so long to really commit to her? They already have a kid with each other. So is it possible that he's sticking around, possibly, and I'm going to say allegedly, for the money? You know, I'm watching Tina's videos and she's basically exposing that Clarence was actually living with his mama when he met Queen. And of course, Queen was already established with Chris Sales on social media when he got with her. And also, it's just a lot of other videos that I've seen doing my research where allegedly Clarence wasn't actually physically attracted to Queen Naija in the beginning. So if men are for the most part visual creatures, what would really push a man over to say, yeah, I'm going to mess with you, even though he's not really physically attracted to you and he was friend zoning you for quite some time? Could it be possibly, allegedly, the money? Could it be the fame? Could it be the possibility of making an easy come up? You know, could it be the possibility of being able to digmatize this girl? Because unfortunately, even though Queen Naija has millions of fans and unsold millions of records, her self-esteem, and from the looks of it, allegedly, it looks like her self-esteem and her integrity is in the garbage. And I'm not sure exactly where it went wrong, but I hope that she, you know, gets some counseling for that, because to me, it's very, very sad that she has all these issues going on. And now you got your sister coming out, you know, talking about some allegedly Queen is a colorist. And it's like, yo, like, wow, is her and her boyfriend colorist? Like, how you gonna be colorist and you're half black? But you know, you see that often with people who are biracial. They have a tendency of trying to, you know, banish their family members, you know, sometimes because they, you know, don't want to really claim much of their black side. So I don't know, that could allegedly be a possibility, but according to Tina, it's a fact that Queen Naija is possibly a colorist. And if these things is being exposed once again, it's hurting Queen Naija's brand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people out there are actually fans of hers, but how many of you guys seen that video by Tina and said, man, I don't know if I want to buy another record of hers? You know what I'm saying? How many of you guys seen the video of Clarence, or excuse me, the post that Clarence made about Queen Naija's mother and made you think, why am I supporting these people? Like, that is so disrespectful. Like, there's certain lines that you just don't cross. And like I said, I'm going to do some lives because, like, literally as we're speaking, I'm pretty sure that Queen Naija's little sister Tina is probably uploading another video because she's been dropping it like DJ Khaled, like another one, because Clarence want to put out a whole 1 hour response to everything. And the funny thing is, the one video had me laughing because Tina literally answered every question. He said, you know, who is CJ's, I think that's his son, CJ's teacher, you know, what's the teacher's name? And Tina was on point. She knew all that information. So I wonder if Clarence is sitting there look like with egg on his face. You know what I'm saying? But that's another thing. But Tina just been calling people out. She's been keeping it too real. And on top of that, she's turned her comments off. And with her turning her comments off, it gives me the feeling that she might be telling the truth. It's a 90%, I say 95% chance that she's telling the truth, because we all know how YouTube works. And in order for you to build your channel, you have to have comments. You have to have an algorithm where people are commenting, leaving comments and stuff like that to push your video out further. The fact that she's not doing that, that should be a sign to everybody out there right now that Tina really don't have anything to lose, and she just want to call people out and defend her mother at the end of the day. That's the vibe I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? But this is just a big mess because now it's kids involved, you know? And I just don't know where this is going to end. Now, the only thing that I could recommend, possibly, you know, so Chris could get off the internet crying about how Queen does and raise their kid, is that he start getting his life together, stop getting arrested, stop being messy, having kids all over the city, all over the world, stop being messy on social media, starting trouble with people, and stop beating on females. If you got an anger issue, go get some counseling, and then try to get full custody of his son. If he feels, you know what I'm saying, along with that, Tina, you mentioned that she feels that Clarence doesn't treat CJ properly and that everybody's be focusing on the new baby that they got. So, you know, That is something that Chris got to work on. But the only thing I really feel bad for is that baby CJ. Because honestly, it's a circus. It's a mess. And I also feel bad for their mother. I don't know, what her mother did to her when she was younger. I don't know their full story as a family. However, I do believe in honoring thy parents. And I just feel like it's absolutely disgusting for her to be able to lay up with a man and create kids with a man and create a household, with a man who, for one, that has not proposed to her, even though she's literally funded a lot of his things financially for a long time. And for two, is willing to disrespect her entire family publicly, including her mama. You know what I'm saying? And that's just letting me know right there that Queen got a little, might allegedly have little things going on in her head. Like I don't understand how you could even be laying in the same bed with somebody who could sit here and drag and dog your mama like that. Do you hate who you are? Are you upset? You know what I'm saying? When Tina said that, allegedly Queen Naija was a colorist, I was sitting there thinking like, maybe she hates her black side. Maybe she's upset with the fact that she comes from a full black family. Maybe she's upset with the fact, that that's her part. Maybe she wants to, partake in that other half of who she is and ignore the fact that she is a partial black woman. I really don't know, but it's just coming off that way, and it's really, really weird to me. And if that is the case, baby girl, you got to get some counseling, because her and Clarence, they got to learn that beauty is only skin deep, and flesh and bones, blood, it all dissolve. Looks do not last forever. And if you really think that you are better than your family member because you're light skinned, or because you're a little thinner, or because you have less Africanoid features than them, you are sadly mistaken, because you are of them. So you got to get that right with God. Okay. And honestly, I want to do some reaction videos on it. When I get the time. I don't know when I'm going to have the time, you guys. Honestly, I have so much stuff going on, but I wanted to come on here and talk about this situation, because I just feel like it's just a never ending story. It's like the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. But anyways, if you guys want more videos of commentary, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and notification bell. Once again, this is the DJ Jericho podcast, where we talk about celebrity news, commentary, gossip, and we have a good time. So if you guys want to continue to have a good time with me, hit the subscribe button and check out my podcast, available right now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. The link for all of the places where you can listen is in the description below. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think about the videos that you guys seen from Tina so far, and Clarence and stuff. It seems the Queen is, she's been going on her timeline writing stories and reports out, but she won't verbally say anything. And also, one more thing I want to mention too, where I do want to kind of come in defense of Queen, is this manager that made a post about her on social media, basically trying to call her out and say, oh, Queen owed her something because she tried to help her get on American Idol when she was like 13, 14 years old or something. It's like, girl, you need to really let that go, okay? Because at the end of the day, you supposed to did that out of the kindness of your heart, and if you did that, you shouldn't be expecting anything in return. And also, you should never, ever, 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 ever try to just randomly help somebody without getting some type of financial compensation. So even if they blow up, you could sleep good at night and know that your rent is paid, baby. That's all I have to say about that. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Much love. Peace.